Hello everyone and welcome back to Timber 3. Today is going to be the first level of the South Pacific Islands level set. It is by far probably one of my favorite level sets just because of the sheer beauty of it. It's just, in my opinion, the most pretty. It's even prettier than India, which is a tough sell because really they're both pretty, but... Okay, so you start out here in the water. We are going to need to make sure we go over here and get this key, because you are going to need it. There are actually two paths you can take in order to get in order to progress the level. I will show you both. I'm not going to go down the other one because I'll not be able to come back up, but we are going to go ahead and get the first secret first. Over here. Small meta pack, and then we need to go all the way across on the rightmost part of this platform here. And we are going to go over there and then jump a couple times. There we go. I'm glad I made it that first time because I am prone to making mistakes with that one. Okay. So technically you've already gotten the first secret if you don't actually care about jumping over to get it. But I would suggest you do. M16 ammo is really nice. Okay. Is there anything else I'm missing here? I don't think so. Okay. So definitely make sure you get that because you won't have a way, as far as I'm aware, to come back here to get it if you miss it. Unless you were to happen to have the dozy cheat to swim, in quotes, back here. Okay. So there are two paths you can take. There's this path, which is down that sandy slide, and then you'll go directly to where you're needing to go, although from a different direction. If you want the items, you do need to go this way, because this way is going to have some. Because this way will also lead to where that one's going. And you need the key, because that's how you open this trapdoor. Yeah, the smuggler's key. Okay, I think that there is a med pack somewhere, I don't remember. I don't want to waste flares on this little room, it's not that important. I guess not. Okay, so down here. And you want to make sure... I don't think I grabbed that, did I? Did it disappear? Did I grab it and didn't notice? I don't know. Okay. You do want to be careful here. So, I think if you go underneath it by crawling, you won't get hit by it. These scare me every time. There's a couple of them. Okay. Actually, no, it was just the one. Okay. You do want to make sure you're careful because there's going to be a new enemy type in this level, or in this level set in general. It's going to be the people who have always been here in this land. They're going to be attacking you with poison darts. So you're going to want to make sure you're careful about that. And they can hit you from pretty far away. I'm sure you can see him up there. I got him. That's good. Okay, there is an alligator in there. pretty tough. There we go. They take a lot of shots. Okay. I'm gonna save again. I don't think there's anything in the water, but I will check to make sure. I don't think there is, though. Okay, I will use a flare. Okay. Harpoons. Don't see anything else quite yet. Unless I'm missing it. Harpoons again. Like someone had mentioned in the comments on one of the previous videos, another reason why you'd want to pick Nevada first is because if you don't pick Nevada... If you pick Nevada anytime other than first, especially if you pick it last, you will never be able to get this harpoon gun again. It will be gone forever. So that is another reason to pick Nevada first. I can't remember the name of the person that said it, but if you look back in the previous video's comments, you can find it. Okay. So that's everything. We've been off, I haven't missed that. Because you are not going to need the harpoon gun quite yet, but you will eventually. Okay, so we're going to monkey bar across over there, and then we're going to start heading up that way. And I will say, I have picked both paths before. They're both interesting. If you don't necessarily care about the items, or if you're doing like a new game plus, you don't have to do this one. It's not necessary. But I do like the look of this path. The other one is it's more swampy. Okay, so there is a thing here. It is M16 ammo. There we go. Unfortunately, you do have to climb again if you get it, but I mean, M16 ammo it is worth it. Actually, I don't. Never mind. I thought for some reason that there's literally no way you could grab it. Ignore that. Okay. Same deal, monkey bar over, and we're going to go to where we killed that guy. Okay. You can generally tell in your good area if you can see that. Anytime before that is way too early, and you just fall. Okay, I don't think that they ever drop anything necessarily. I think some of them might. Okay. Save again, just so I don't have to do that whole thing again. Okay. And you want to make sure that you... I don't remember if it's too early or too late. I mean, you really don't want it either, but I know one of them in particular is more of an issue than the other one is. We'll just see. It's neither. I always do this with this level. It's none of them. It's literally just like down. Like that. Okay, same deal. I'm gonna be a guy with darts. Okay, I did happen to get hit. Hopefully there will be a healing crystal nearby. I'm trying not to use metapacks if I can help it. I'm doing it mainly to show that you actually legitimately can beat these levels without using metapacks at all. It is possible. We'll see how far I can get. If I have to, I'll use the larger Scott. Okay, where is it? There it is. I figured there'd be one close by. Okay, small meta pack. Healing crystals are quite nice. It does make it so that you don't have to use a meta pack to cure poison. I had forgotten to mention that when I was talking about them before. So, thank you again to Jean for mentioning that. Okay, what direction is it? Is it this? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, so down and shimmy all the way across. Okay. Trying to remember exactly where. Oh, okay. I remember this. Okay. Let's save again. This is where we get the second secret. If I can make it. I should be able to. Because this is where the second path was. Because it will lead you from down there over. Okay. That jump's a little bit tricky, but yeah, this is the second secret. It is grenades. It is quite nice. Like I mentioned, grenades are useful, but they don't necessarily have the best accuracy unless you're standing near them. Because they can just move out of the way. Okay. We'll save again. I always have trouble with this jump because I always overshoot. I almost overshot. And that happens all the time. Okay, so we will come back here later. I want to go in here first. You do have to make sure you're careful here, because there will be one a villager and two a rotating blade. So I want to go ahead and get the... I don't have any ammo. I'm going to go ahead and get the... I'll just use pistols, it's fine. He's gonna come out here. Right as soon as you trip on this trigger spot. Okay, not all the villagers are going to have darts. Some of them will have spears. Okay, we're just gonna crawl underneath. Thankfully, her hitbox is not too big, so she can just crawl under it. Okay, the hint here is you do not want to step in the light. That meta pack is a bait. You want to push this first. That will turn off the light, so now you're safe. If you did it before that, the light would trigger the spikes directly in front of you, and you will pretty much not be able to get anything, because those spikes will be up. There's no safe way to jump over there otherwise. Okay, so I would recommend you ignore the water. Okay, there is a save crystal here if you need it. It's also a healing crystal if you happen to need it, which I kind of do now. Actually, no, wait. How in the world do you get to that one spot? Because there's one spot in particular that's going to have a secret. I think I might have missed it now. Where is it? Let me try and load 115. If it's not 115, it's 114. Okay. Well, that's not what I exactly meant to do, but it's fine. Okay. So the ground is moving because that is quicksand. We do need to go this way instead. So, yes, instead, we're going this way. There will be a villager here. You want to be here instead of the other room, because if you want all the secrets, that third secret is right where her head is right now. It's up there. I don't know of another way to get back here, so I will have to do this method. If you don't care, continue the path we took before, because that's where you're going to be heading eventually anyway. I love the sound here, it's so pretty. I don't know what the sound effect here is called, but it is pretty. Okay, so there is going to be some shotgun shells up here. Okay, so back across. And we're going to be hitting... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Not what I meant to do. I think I didn't have enough room. Yeah. There we go. That was what I meant to do. Okay, since we are going to be doing this method, you need to make sure that you pick up these red gems. You are going to need them to open a door. But we are going to go and get this first. This will be the third secret. This is almost the last one. So yeah, do not leave this branch unless you got it. You're going to have 3, I think, to finish. Okay, that one will be the last one. We need to go down. This is the easiest way without taking damage. Okay, you have to be careful here because it is a long way down. There is going to be a safe crystal down here if you need it. It is also a healing thing if you happen to need it as well. I want to say it all the time because I want to make sure people know. Especially use it if you have been poisoned. Because the poison won't stop at 1 HP, it will just kill you. Okay, so we're going to go on this here in the middle. And in this waterfall should be the second one. Yes. What are these called? Serpent stones. Yeah. We do have to have 3. 1 for each. It's actually 3 doors. Like the camera is hinting at, you want to make sure you don't miss. Because there's no coming back from that. Not a chance. trying to make sure I'm not going to miss anything. This will take us back across to the other side. So now we should be able to get the third one. Okay, it's up there. Okay. So over here and then up. There's gonna be a guy. Okay, as long as you don't jump over there after you've triggered it, you're safe. So I keep that in mind, especially if you are doing no meta packs. That will help you a lot. The less damage, the better. Okay, so there is the third gem. And the reason why I mentioned that in the first path of not wanting to go in the water is because that's where it goes in from. There's where it leads. Certain death. I think you might be able to save it a little bit, because it might make it go to where that middle platform is, but I don't know that you can do it without dying. It's a pretty hefty drop. Okay, so like you can see, these are going to be where the surface ends go. I've always loved the color of this gemstone. It's so pretty. Red has always been one of my favorite colors. Although now it's kind of between purple, blue, and red. That's my favorite. Okay. So this will lead us back to where we were that first time. However, we are going to have to make sure that we are careful about the enemies here. There's a lot of them. This is their main village. Okay, I don't remember if he drops anything. I don't think he does. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I get everything up here because it's really hard to get back up here once you go down. I think I saw something back here. Did I? Yes. There is a small meta pack back here. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so down, and there's going to be another guy. They hit pretty hard if they get you in the right spot. Okay, some of these huts are going to contain 1, nothing. 2, going to be completely entrenched in quicksand. So you gotta make sure you're careful. One of these in particular is going to bait you with a large meta pack, and you can't get to it because of the quicksand. It's sitting directly on top of the quicksand. Okay, so this one has a rocket, so you gotta make sure you get it. Okay, which way now? Trying to remember. Because that's how we actually got here in that first path. I think we can do the switch here now. If not, we'll come back for it. But make sure you're really careful with these ones. Those are the poison ones. Gonna be another one. Okay, so he didn't drop anything either that I could see. I'm doing this for a reason. I'm sure you've already heard it, but there is somebody in this treehouse up here. It might have been blocked out from the gun sounds, but pretty much his voice lines are like, hey Sheila, which is like the Aussie thing, up here. So we will see who's over there upstairs later.
Hey, you!
I'm trying to get the full line. Well, either way, we will see that later. Okay, see, we want to turn this. We're going to need this for later. Yeah, that will draw that bridge up. There's another guy. We're going to be seeing a lot of them. This is their main village, so that makes sense. Okay. So, we're going to be going to the area we just covered. Another guy. He didn't drop anything. Okay. I don't think you drop anything either. Okay. It's not this one. It's a different one. This one is going to have a small med pack in it. Very nice. Pretty sure it's all there. Over there is going to be a save crystal or a heal crystal if you need it. This one is the bait. I'm sure you can see that. The whole thing is quicksand. And that includes the spot where the large medipack is. It's a complete bait. Okay, so we're going to go this way. Back behind this hut. Because this is where we covered. So now we don't... So now we do not have to worry about spikes, which is really nice. Okay. There's going to be a guy again. Not in this spot, but there is one. It's over here. Two of them, actually. Okay, they can't get you up here, so if you're doing the medipack, definitely come up here. You might have to bait them out, though. Okay, the other one's still there. Okay. I don't think either one dropped anything. Okay, there's flares here. I'm keeping them out just to be safe, but realistically, you don't have to worry about it. I think the one I'm thinking of is way later. It's either way later or there's one sooner and there's also one later, which it probably is. It might be in here. I believe it is. I think it's once you pull this. If I could pull it first. I hate when I do that. Come on. There we go. Okay, so immediately go up. Because they can't get your Kyrion. Okay. Okay, I don't think they drop anything. I don't think actually any of them do, but I have like an inkling somewhere that they do. One of them in particular. I don't know why I have that memory, if it's false or not, I don't remember. Okay. Okay, so that opens this trapdoor here. I'm trying to remember. Wait, I think I know that there's a secret. I believe it's over here. Yes. So, from the area, if you look directly up and you see the two huts meeting, that's when you know you're in the right spot. Here is the final secret. And a guy. There's a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. Okay, shotgun shells and M16. I feel like there's one other thing. Maybe not. Maybe not. I probably thought there was another zone. Okay, so how about the Sacred Snatch is finishing it? Okay, so up this ladder. I'm trying to make sure I'm doing this part right. I think you have to come here twice. I think. Okay. So I recommend you save here. Especially here. Because there's going to be a couple of things that can be done now. Although one of them I think we can't reach yet. Okay. So now that we've gotten up here, the platform has been raised. So up here. Okay, you can't reach that quite yet. But we do need to go over there eventually for a switch. There's your guy here. Okay, they hit really hard. Okay. So there we go. You actually can't do the other part yet because of all the flames. It will prevent you from doing it. Okay, so we're going to go on this end. Harpoon's over here. PS1 version over here is really dark. Okay, so up here. And I'm sure you can see this, but there is like a ladder built into this branch up here. We are going to go, and you want to make sure you're careful here, there's a lot of spikes. We're going to go all the way across. It's going to be quite a little while of this here. Okay. Yeah, it's quite a while away. We're actually pretty close to being finished. There really isn't too much left. Yeah, I do love this level set. It really is probably one of my favorite level sets, if I had to pick. Don't get me wrong, I do like them all, but this one really speaks out to me. Okay, immediately. Okay, it's going to happen quite a bit. You want to make sure you get your guns out immediately, because you don't have much time. Okay. So, you can't actually go back across, you have to go back up the ladder again. At least I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I think it's too high. Okay. Same as before. Up on this platform. Except this time, we now have the spot to jump across. It's just too many flames for her not catch on fire. And there's nothing to put it out. Okay, like before, immediately afterwards, gonna be a guy. I forgot it was a trap. Yep. That's a trap. I forgot about that. I can do a better job this time. Okay, I'll take that as a win. Okay, so you're going to want to time it and you want to sprint. Thankfully, the timing is not too restrictive. Okay. So this will lead us back to this main part. And now, we are going to go in the water and into that trapdoor. I don't believe there's anything else in the water that's just there. Okay, there is an alligator down here. Okay. I think we're actually almost done. I think this is the last part. I'll know when I see it. Yes. Yes, it is. This is the last part. Okay. So, we're going to go in this treehouse. I will keep... I'm going to keep the cutscene, but I'll just put it in post. But yes, this was Coastal Village. It really is... I think this one probably is my favorite. It's between this one and the one that's coming as my favorite of this level set. They both have their moments. This is like pure action because all of the natives here, there's just so many. Like you don't really get much of a break. With that being said, if you like what you see here, please do consider subscribing. I'm trying to go up as big as I can. If you want to support the content, you can like and share it. It does help me immensely, especially where I'm doing retro content. It's very hard to build that naturally. If you want to know anything about content, whether it being days being moved, times being moved, or strains being moved, you can find that on my Twitter, which is @Kyrion_. I do stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have moved over to Kick for now. I don't know exactly how long I'm going to be on there. I'm just trying out alternatives until I can find the one that fits me the most. And I will say, do not give streamers a hard time if they're trying to figure out another alternative. You do not have to agree with the people on the platform, and you do not have to agree with the platform's stance on anything in particular to use the platform and be fine. So, yeah, I do stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, usually around 11 p.m. up until around like 2 or 3. It depends on how I'm feeling that day. Some days I really don't feel like streaming all that much. Or for that long, I should say. Okay, I will see you back here for the next level, which will be Crash Site. And now I'm going to include the cutscene that I skipped, and I'll see you then.
Not interrupting, am I?
Not bleeding, are you? Not about to use this place as a dunny?
No, and no.
Good. Good. Just don't want any fly-carrying visitors in here.
Right, I understand. What happened?
Woke up in the jungle with one of those little blokes snacking on my leg, didn't I?
A tribesman? It isn't usual for them to eat right off the bone like that.
Well, it was dark and I never got the bugger, so I can't be sure. Something spooky is in that jungle. Our air carrier crashed up in the mountains. Every night some of my men would vanish without trace. Others fled in fear. Then this happened. So I brought the men down to shore for safety, only for us all to be captured by this greedy mob. Some sort of sacrifice to their god who lives up in the hills. Though it seems I've not been invited to the barbie.
Maybe you're the dessert. Ripe flesh can be a bit of a delicacy around here.
For real?
Listen, we'd better get you out of here. Do you know how the tribe crossed the swamp down there? Which stones they tread on?
Yeah, but I'm staying put. With this wound, I'd be like a fill-up station to every diseased bug in the bush. I'd rather be the main course of the real feast. Hey, if you see any of my men alive in there, direct them to the North Shore, will you? Away from here.
Of course.